What's up, you guys? FSC, Fest Jack Speed and Custom Shop. We took a little drive down here to Wales, Wisconsin. It's like a suburb of Waukesha. Basically, we're a little bit west of Milwaukee, east of Madison, kind of more towards Milwaukee, but somewhat in the middle. Well, look it up on the map. Maybe I'll flash it up here for you. No, your eyes do not deceive you. There's snow on top of the building over here. And there's snow pretty much everywhere else, because last night down here it snowed. Didn't snow at all up by me, but the further south you came, you got a little bit of snow. But if you look, the parking lot is absolutely dry. It turned out to be an absolutely good day. Anyway, there's a Cars and Coffee going on right here at Black Canyon Coffee right behind me, and some cars have already started showing up. We got here literally at 7:30, which was probably ridiculously early. However, with that being said, I figured we'd get here early, catch the guys coming in, and see who wants to talk on camera, and see what kind of cars we can capture for you guys today.
This is a 1993. It's got 123,000 kilometers, which I think is, oh, I don't know, 60,000 miles.
I'll tell you what, I'll do the math and I'll display it right on the screen for everybody.
Yeah, display that. That would be
there you go. You
nice.
See that number? That's in miles.
It's got pretty much everything is original on this. It's got what's the original paint. The clear coat was done by the guy who owned this. He also runs a detailing business. He's like $3 grand detailing jobs. So basically the only thing that I know of that's modified on this car is the rims. It did have a set of 3-spoke racing wheels, but those would look kind of wonky. And in terms of interesting facts, this car has the legendary Atisa system. It has the 4-wheel steering, the legendary RB26, obviously, that everyone fanboys about. And the thing is, everyone's used to seeing the RB26 and the R34 with the red valve cover. And so people ask, hey, how come can I get an R32 with the valve cover that's red? And it's like, well, they never came with them red. It was the R34 that came with it red stock. And it's just a tiny interesting fact, the battery terminals are so small, the Prius battery.
Oh, look at that.
Prius battery, and we have all the original manuals and all the original service stuff and everything.
How did you acquire the car?
Well, I kind of got my father roped up into it because he was a muscle guy. His first car was a junker 67 Mustang, and he bought another 67. And he owns Mustangs and whatever, so he was into Mustangs. I first introduced him into the import scene. He was like, oh, these crappy little JDM Honda Preludes and whatever.
That was me back in the day. I gotta admit that was me back in the day.
I bet you a lot of people were like that. They were like, oh, these Japanese 350s, they're Miatas, they're just regular boring stuff. And then I slowly worked him into it. He was gonna either get a Type R or this, and I told him, you're gonna get so much more of an experience with this car, and let me tell you, it is fun to drive. I think a common stereotype is everyone expects this car to be super aggressive because people see the videos of like the cam setups that they have on this, but it's actually quite tame, and it doesn't feel like it's boosted. It feels AA, which is what's good about it. It's a great car to drive, and it's a great car to mess around in, and this is probably one of the cleanest ones I've ever seen. The only other one I've ever saw was in Florida, and that one was blue.
Now this car is right-hand drive.
Yeah.
So you got it, we kind of got squirreled there.
Yeah.
How'd you guys acquire it, especially being right-hand drive? Obviously, was it made for...
It was made for the Japanese market, so there's a 25-year import rule for those who are familiar, because in the 80s, people realized they could import cars that were better and cheaper. So like they had, let's just say, I don't know, a Mercedes-Benz in Europe and a Mercedes-Benz in the US. They realized they could buy a Mercedes-Benz in the US, in Europe, that had more options, was more equipped, and cheaper, and then import them here, and it was way more effective. So sale prices went down, and what the government did was they introduced a 25-year import rule, saying you cannot import a car if it's under 25 years old. And so now these are starting to be legal, and now the Mark IVs are starting to be legal, and those are going crazy popular. Everyone's trying to get them. JDM Classics already has like the first turbo manual Supra, and it's supposed to be going for like 30,000-40,000.
So you guys bought it from somebody who already imported it, or is that
was
something
already
you guys
imported here, so you could either go. There's a different process that you can either buy it. Some companies they ship it right away, and you just buy it for them. It's because the thing is, everyone's always like, "Oh, you got titles and insurance is annoying because it's not registered here. It's not built for this market. You got to do all the wonky stuff with it." However, we went through it. It was just like buying every other car. It wasn't nothing particularly special. The insurance wasn't any crazy.
Yes, that was already done before.
That
you
was
got
already
it.
done, but yeah, it's gonna pay. You pay a premium. If you could totally get a car this clean for like 25,000, but you would have to go through stock brokers and everything, and it would just take months. In fact, maybe even years to get the car. It's just your choice whether you want to bring it over yourself and have someone in Japan doing all the work for you, or you just want the dealer like JDM Classics to do it for you.
It's good to see cars like this out now. Like you said, that whole stereotype is obviously starting to die off now. You can accredit, at least in my opinion, you can accredit that to Fast and Furious movies, also YouTubers such as myself putting the information out there. I mean, if you think about it, when I was a kid, my mom had a 79 Datsun B210 two-door, and we ragged on that car all the time. And honestly, I started looking for them. They're still around, and they're worth a little bit of money. Of course, that little four-cylinder, it's got to go. You got to do some kind of engine swap with that underpowered thing.
Yeah.
But it's not like I haven't looked. Over here, he has the Ford GT, and I'll let him go ahead and explain a little bit about the car.
Well, this is a Superformance GT40 continuation car. So they're built in South Africa, and they're licensed to Sophia. So you can buy one pretty much new now. They come as a rolling chassis. You just put the engine and gearbox in. So this particular car I built as a replica of the '69 Le Mans car that won Le Mans. So it has a 289 stroker, a 330 Ford small block in it, original Weber carburation, and an RBT gearbox, and it's a right-hand drive, right-hand shift. So about as close as to original you can get for under 10 million bucks. It's about a 440 horse car, so soaking wet, this is around 2,400 pounds, and should be capable, if I'm brave enough, of around 210 mile an hour if the straight's long enough. I intend to kind of drive it around. I've got a couple of race meetings come up, but I built it to be used, and it's pretty practical. So it's fun. This is the first year out on the road, so glad to have it out after the winter.
Yeah, winter. There's still snow on the building.
There is.
Nothing on the roads.
There's no snow on the roads, there's no salt on the roads, which is more important. I live a couple of miles away, so it was easy to get here today.
There you go.
Get some break-in miles on the engine and then go out and race it.
Want to open up, show you inside a little bit? I didn't realize it was right-hand drive.
It's right-hand drive, right-hand shift.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Obviously, the wheel's sitting on the dashboard.
Yeah. Here comes original knock-ons.
Oh, I didn't realize that either. Complete with the safety wire.
Yep.
Those are not like the Daytons on my Impala.
No.
Well, they're similar. I just don't have safety wire. I'm not rated for 200 mile an hour either.
Well, neither am I. It has the twin Le Mans fuel caps, so as per the original cars.
Now, who did all the work? You did this yourself personally?
Well, the cars come from the manufacturer with everything except the engine and gearbox. So any owner who buys the car can choose whatever engine and gearbox to put in them. And so that's the only work you can do, because they're not a kit, they don't come in pieces.
Right, now who did this one? Was that you or did you get it?
So this was done by RM Motorsports in Michigan, up in Ann Arbor.
So he's gonna go that way. Oh, I see. Old Cougar.
Woo! We own a 68 Cougar.
78.
78?
Nice.
What year Cougar do you
That's
own?
so cool.
We own a 78.
70.
Beast will turn heads. Because if you can't hear it before you see it, then what's the point?
Exactly.
I bent his arm behind his back. I got Jeff to talk about his Cougar here. So Jeff, go ahead, take it away. Tell us about your lovely Cougar.
Sure. We built this Cougar back between 2005 and 2010. This is a Bud Moore, what do you call it, a tribute car. It's not a clone, but it's a tribute car. Basically wanted to build a road race car, and got involved with this with some friends, Northwood Shelby Club. So we do about 3 or 4 track events a year, and with help from friends we got this thing built in 2010 and we've been running it ever since. Basically this is a 1968 Cougar made to look like a 67 Bud Moore Trans Am. The color's a little bit different. The colors are blue and silver instead of red and silver, but that's my choice because I like blue. Here, let me open up the hood for you.
Go for it.
Sure. This is set up totally
That ain't a bad idea.
This is set up pretty much vintage legal for vintage road racing, with the exception of probably the aluminum heads in the motor. Other than that, it's ready to go for vintage racing if anybody wants to do that. I can't afford that though, so some other nice cars out here I see.
Oh yeah, they're coming and going.
So, and we also run a 347 stroker, which would put us in a different class than the Trans Am class, which is just modeled after. So, 347 stroker, built by Motor Masters, runs about 500 plus horsepower. It's got a top loader 4-speed road race prepped, 9-inch differential with Detroit locker, 370 gears. All the suspension has been upgraded and beefed up. Cobra Automotive stuff, some home fabricated stuff. It's got a full 8-point cage in it, fuel cell, so we're pretty well protected. And we take it out, we have a lot of fun with it. Car shows, it's street legal, but we also run it on the track. So.
Awesome. Jeff, thank you very much for talking about your car here.
Excellent.
Awesome. Hope to see you in the future.
All right, thank you.
morning. Welcome to Wales, Wisconsin. What you're looking at is a 2009 Ford Mustang Bullitt in black. Very rare car. In 09, they only made 181 of these in black. 614 in green. My car came out of Sarasota, Florida, and I'm the second owner. It's powered by a 4.6 V8, 315 horse. It has the machine dash with Bullitt logos on it. All the cars came with 5-speed transmissions, and the Bullitt wheels that you'll see on it, it's a blast to drive. I enjoy it quite a bit.
Talking with Tanner over here about the 62 Impala just rolled up. Go and tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so it's actually my grandpa's car. And he has had it since I think the mid-70s, so 73. And I got it last December. And we slowly built it up. It had a stock crate, like 260 horse, 350, and it's got a heads cam, headers. But yeah, it's just a standard, like close to 400 horsepower small block. So, yeah.
Not bad for a first car. and you said you're 16.
Yep.
I wish I had a 62 Impala for my first car. I had an 88 Dodge Aries. Really, Mom? No, it's all good.
Put it back together so it's drivable, you know. It's got suspension stuff.
You said your dad said it was an original SS?
Yep, it's an original SS that was originally a straight 6. Ordered like that from the factory. It's still original. Technically it hasn't been restored, but it does have lowering springs, brand new shocks, and bushings. All the way in the front and in the back. So, yep, and everything was powder coated and painted up here. So, how you doing?
Very nice.
What's so cool about that van?
Listen.
Is that turbo? Oh yeah, turbo van.
You already know there's questions coming.
Morning. Yep. It's 2.5 turbo.
Oh, unreal. We didn't expect powder coated things. Things so fresh.
And it hauls the kid around.
That's great. This is exactly how it's a turbo battery.
Thank you for watching. Well, as you've seen, everybody pretty much left. A whole lot cleared out. So we try to get as many shots as we can for you guys of the cars leaving and whatnot. So with that, you want to be part of this, don't you? Go ahead and join the FSC crew. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. This way you'll be notified when we drop more videos. Plenty of more car content coming your way. So if anybody's car that you've seen here you want to see in future videos, leave a comment below. Everybody here that I did a video with got a card, so they'll be able to watch this video as well. And hopefully if they see you talking about their car, they'll be able to get a hold of me, or I'll get a hold of them, and we'll do a video with them. With that, get your FSC merch, FSCSpeedShop.com. We got the Pinup Girl shirts available to you. We also got Cream Machine shirts available to you. So with that being said, I am Steve Feschek. This is FSC, Feschek Speed and Custom Shop. Here in Wales, Wisconsin, cars and coffee. What else can I do for you?